Today, guys, we're going to discuss the appointment of Neil McCann as KILLIE manager, what he'll bring to Kilmarnock, and obviously his backhand man is now Billy Dodds, his assistant manager, and obviously they've both previously worked together. We'll be discussing that, his previous roles in management, what he can bring to Kilmarnock Football Club, because they're in very scary times if you're a KILLIE fan. So let's get. So obviously we all know Neil McCann was a high profile player for many Scottish clubs such as Rangers, Hearts and Dundee. So he does know Scottish football quite well, and he was quite good at both Hearts and Dundee, Hearts and Rangers respectively. He was part of one of the best modern day Rangers sides, and Hearts, he had a really good time at Hearts as well. How does that translate into his management style? Well, he first ventured into management in 2017 at Dundee. That lasted around a season, and he kept them up in the Premiership, which was very good in that kind of sense. And he's also had interim roles at Inverness. But the most recent manager kind of role he's had was under Barry Ferguson, which was like 4 managers clamped into one. And obviously his goal was to keep Rangers the best they could, because they came into absolute bomb scare at Rangers, and they had to put confidence back to the players. I think this links to the KILLIE job a wee bit, because the players went on a losing streak of 14 games, which is when you look at it, it is absolutely soul destroying if you're a Kilmarnock fan. And I think him and Billy Dodds obviously have decent experience of that, and it's about restoring confidence back to basics. I think the way he's going to put it, because quote unquote this is what Neil McCann said: this isn't the time to get creative, it's about getting confidence back into the group and winning games. And I think he's absolutely right. Because KILLIE are currently in a situation that they have been in previous seasons, but not for a couple of years. Because under Derek McInnes, they had many good spells. They were third, they were challenging the Old Firm, Hibs, Hearts, you name it, they were challenging it. And even were in Europe against Cercle Bruges, Club Bruges, Cercle. But Neil McCann comes into this in a psychological way. He knows how to deal with it, because he knows Scottish football. But his assistant as well, Billy Dodds, obviously he served as head coach and assistant roles at Dundee, Ross County and Inverness, and most notably he got them to the cup final, Inverness, and they lost against Celtic, and that was Ange's Celtic that won the treble. So it's like you just knew what you were getting, you know what I mean? But it was done good to get them there, and obviously Dodds is quite good at working with forwards and developing attacking structure, so the attackers are not really just hitting the ball and hoping or like their interplay and all that. He's very good at structuring it that way, and he'll just feed small things into them. He had a very good career as well, playing for Dundee United, I think it was, and Rangers. So in that kind of sense, they're good, but expected formations for this kind of group is going to be interesting, because at his previous roles he's went with a 4-2-3-1, a 4-4-2, or a 3 at the back and 4 in the middle and 3 up front. So a 3-4-3. I feel like Barry Ferguson there. No, but at Rangers they structured, obviously they were two of the 4 key members in that tactical setup, and that was the 3 kind of ones you got. So I think that's the ones he favours. I think at KILLIE, obviously you don't want to KILLIE have been known in recent years to play with a 4, kind of 2-3-1, or a 3-4, a 3 at the back. So I think one of them will be the best for KILLIE, because you have players like Lewis Mail. I mean, like, you'll have that defence structure, so you can. It's not too much information for the players to go on to. Obviously, David Watson has been he's came up the ranks at KILLIE, and I think Neil McCann might be able to just feed a tiny bit of medicine into him, essentially, and like change him into a player so he's ready to go. If he wants to go and move, he can go and move, and it'll benefit KILLIE financially, because that's why KILLIE have always had a decent academy to bring players, or maybe not failed, but they've not been able to get minutes at Old Firm clubs or bigger clubs in Scotland like Aberdeen or the rest of them, and then he's came in, bought them for a small fee, built them up and then sold them on. Danny Armstrong is one of my favourite players outside the big clubs. I think he was immense under McInnes. It's whether they can get him back up to form. It's whether they can get the whole team up to form. Obviously, Camilla have invested into a long-term vision here, because they've gave him a contract for 2 years, 2.5 years. So it's about seeing how you do in the first 6 months and then progressing to get a good summer, staying up, getting a good summer, and then developing younger players so they can go into the first team. And as I said, like David Watson, attackers, defenders, wherever on the pitch. Obviously, this comes with its risks, because he doesn't have he has kind of a lack of full-time management. And obviously, this is a big KILLIE, the owners have done so well over the last couple of years to build their status within Scottish football. So it will be interesting to whether his inexperience in that sense comes into play, because when you're coming against managers like Martin O'Neill, Danny Rowe, Dennett McInnes, Jens Askew, it's going to be very hard, and it's also going to come with, it's like, I know I said he's good at bringing confidence, but it takes time. It takes time. The Kamala will have to understand it. May I add though, I do think KILLIE are better than Livy, and they're probably better than a lot of teams above them on their day, and there are a lot of the teams who might be in the playoff shout for the championship. So if that ever does come up, I think they will get through it. It's just whether they can continue to build. If they need a win, they just need one win or points. They need points, and yeah, they need points so they can build on it. And the more points you pick up, the more confidence it builds within the building, and that stems right through the first team to the academy to the under 16s, the under 19s. It just stems the whole club, and if the club's winning, the town's happy, stuff like that. I personally think Neil McCann and Billy Dodge will do quite well. What is well for Kilmarnock, I think, is staying in the division this year, and then next year I think it's top 6. I think every KILLIE fan would agree. Obviously, there is a risk of them going down, but I don't see it happening. Even through the playoffs, as I stated, because they have a bigger budget than most of them, better owners. They'll make sure of it if they need. Because KILLIE have got, obviously, you've got the free transfer market. If you see maybe somebody will get you in for the last 4 months, you know what I mean? So it's like one of them. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Kind of a short overview of Neil McCann's career, in a sense. But I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, post notifications, and remember to keep smiling, and Have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.